Hi everyone, I am Aradhna and as you can tell from my accent, I am from India, more specifically from Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And today's video is all about learning and having fun about a new form of tense, which is past tense. I want to tell you that I am experiencing online teaching for the first time. So starting with the past tense, what do we mean by it? We have to understand it, right? So let us see a picture. Here in the slide you can see there is a picture of cricketers, a group of cricketers. You can see there is a renowned cricketer named Virat Kohli, and what does he say? He said, "We played," which means that the game has been over. Moving on ahead, we will understand more forms of past tense. Let us read the sentences one by one. The first sentence is, "I write this letter to please you." The second sentence is, "I wrote the letter in his very presence." Whereas the third sentence is, "I shall write another letter tomorrow." The three forms of sentence, and there is one thing in common, the verb. And we have to see what time of action has been done. The first sentence says that it is in the present form. I am writing this letter. I wrote this letter. I shall write the letter. Second sentence is wrote the letter, which means write is the present form, wrote is the past form of the verb, and the action has been done in his presence. The third sentence is, "I shall write another letter tomorrow." It is very much visible, tomorrow is going to come. So it is in the future course and shall write has been used. Moving on ahead with the proper form of past tense. Let us read the sentences one by one and also we will learn about the four forms of past tense. The first form of past tense is simple past. Second form is past continuous. Third form is past perfect, and the last form is past perfect continuous. We will read the sentence, "I walked." That means walk is the verb and ed has been attached to it, right? So it is in the form of verb plus ed. Whereas in the second sentence, if you read, "I was walking," was has been prefixed and it is in the ing form. The verb is walk. So it is in the structure of was, verb plus ing. Whereas in the third sentence, there is "I had walked," which means the course of action has been completed and there is a prefix had and the verb is attached with ed. So had, verb plus ed. Fourth form of sentence is, "I had been walking." Had been walking. So walk is the verb, ing has been attached and had been has been used as a prefix. So it is in the past perfect continuous form. Let us move ahead because we have already learned now the structure of past tense. The first sentence when you talk about past is whatever action that has been completed. So we will learn about simple past now. What does it say? It is used to indicate the action completed in the past. To understand it more, well, read these sentences. The first sentence is, "I received his letter a week ago." Again, let us identify the verb, which is receive. Receive is the present form of the verb and ed has been attached. That means it has been completed. But let us understand the sentence more. A week ago, that means the work or the receiving of the letter is completed a week ago. It is in the past. Similarly, the second sentence is, "She left the school last year." Left is the form of tense and you have to check in which form it is. Leave is the present form and left is in the past form. So last year, it is evident that now it is 2020. So might be the person must be talking about 2019 or must be talking about something previous to the year incident has taken place. The third sentence is, "I slept late yesterday." So sleep is the verb and it is in the past form. So sleep, slept, And yesterday, what do you think yesterday is? It is in the past obviously. So, it is in the simple past form. Moving on ahead with the second form of past tense. It is past continuous tense. Let us read the definition. It says that it is used to denote an action that has been some time going in the past, right? So, read the sentences one by one. The first sentence is, when I saw him, he was playing chess. Was playing, if you see, it is in different color. It is in yellow color and also it is in italics. Why is it so? Because we are putting the emphasis on the kind of tense it is has been used. So, playing, was playing, play, ing has been attached and there is was as a prefix. It is in the past continuous form. We will read the second sentence. Second sentence is, it was getting darker. That means it has been already done and while she was moving or while she was doing some action, it was dark. The third sentence is, we were listening to the radio all evening. Were listening is the verb, were listening is the tense and it is evident the verb is listen because that is a doing word and was had been attached ing formative, it is in the past tense form. The third form of tense, past tense, is the past perfect tense. It describes an action completed before a certain moment in the past. Now, let us read the sentences. The sentences are, I met him in New Delhi in 1996. What do you understand by the statement? What is 1996? It's 2020 now. It is a thing of past and he must have met the person in 1996. So, met is the tense and the meet is the present form of the verb in the simple past form. Whereas, I had seen him past 5 years before. What does it mean? Had seen is in the past form. The third sentence is, I had done my exercise when Hari came to see me. Had done is the word, is the verb, do and done. Had has been attached. So, what do we understand? It is in the past perfect tense. The fourth form of this tense is past perfect continuous tense and it is not oftenly used. Let us read the definition round. It is used to denote an action that began before certain period of time and it has continued for a longer time. In the past obviously. Let us read the sentences. The first sentence is, at that time he had been writing a novel for 2 months. Colored letters are had been writing. And what do we understand by this? It has been a thing on past, okay? And we have to see the structure. Write is the word, ing has been attached and had been has been prefixed. So, it is evident, very sure that it is in the past perfect continuous tense. Mr. Das came to school in 1998. Mr. Aniket had been teaching maths. When Mr. Das came to school in 1998, Mr. Aniket had been teaching maths. So, came is the word, come, came is in the past form. Okay? So, this is simple past, right? Now, the second part of the sentence says that Mr. Aniket had been teaching maths. So, in the past, in the year 1998, Mr. Aniket was teaching maths. So, the word has been had been teaching. Teach is the verb and it is in the form of ing and had been has been prefix. So, we are able to understand the 4 forms of tenses in the past tense. So, I would like to tell you that how do you use this in daily life? It is very easy. How easy? Because first of all, identification is important. How do you identify? I told you have to know the structure and then you have to use and practice it daily. It is very important that you practice because once you practice, you will be able to grab the subject more properly. Here I have given you some kind of work. I hope you understand the 4 forms and you will be able to answer these questions. I will do 2 examples for you so that you can do rest examples or rest questions. First sentence is, we dashed down when we saw the girl. There are 3 options. First is walk, second is walking, third is were walking. And we are talking about past tense. So, we have to use past tense only. The answer will be, we have to put walk We walked down when we saw the girl. Do you think it is correct? It's not in the past form because walk is in the present form, whereas we will be using second form of past tense, which is walking. I think it's not justified because past tense tells which is already done, whereas walking is continuous form, present continuous. Now, whereas the third example will be were walking. So, it will do. The second question is Tom dash a book. Answer, we have to make out which will be the correct form of answer here. Wasn't reading, were read, was read. What will be the answer? We have to put wasn't reading first. Tom wasn't reading a book. Okay, it makes sense. B option, were read. Read is the present form, and even though we use in past form, it will be read only. But were read, were read a book? No, Tom is a singular noun. If it would have been a group, then we could have placed where. So, we are not going to use this answer. Number C, was read. Was read is not perfect. I think wasn't reading is the perfect answer. Similarly, other questions, I think you should read and answer. It will be a kind of assessment because once you understand the subject, the more important is you get through the assessment. These are the questions 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, just do it, and if you are not able to understand, kindly just do one thing, comment in the section and let us know if you are not able to understand. We will try to make a new video. Okay, thanks all. Just like the channel, subscribe to it. Thank you.